Welcome back to another episode of Answers Only. I'm Fahad, and that's Sumit. We're your hosts. And today we got Steven Zarzycki on the podcast. How you doing, Steve?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good,
Doing well,
man.
man.
Good. Man, I can't get past the fact we're all Joey B, proud we got him through it, right?
Yep.
So I want obviously I've only been through 1 year with him, so I didn't really get to know him as a coach that much. But Steve, I feel like you knew him from the start. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was on varsity as a freshman, so I had him since ninth grade, and then he took a year off because his wife had a kid. But I was with him, and then this year too, I helped him coach. So I've been around him a lot.
That's awesome, man. So going ninth grade, turning back the clock, you're on varsity freshman year. How was his coaching style in freshman year as opposed to when you were starting as a senior?
I don't think his coaching style really changed a lot. I think I just saw it differently because freshman year, I was a setter, not a hitter, because we had two really good outsides that year. So, I was a young gun on the team. So just trying my best, all that. I obviously tried senior year too, but senior year, it was kind of like my last year. I was I was going to play college volleyball. So me and him just I don't know, we took our volleyball and just kind of took it off the court a little bit, and we could talk and converse more about that. So, like I said, I don't think his coaching style really changed. It's just I grew older and became, more mature and got to talk to him more.
Yeah, man, I hear that. So Joey B, I had 1 year with him. Obviously, I didn't know anything about volleyball, so I was just thrown into a system where I just had to play. And I think his coaching style, even senior year, I would say obviously it's different because I wasn't the dude, as opposed to you're very good and I was just there, so he didn't really talk to me that way. So Amit, you guys played together, right? Amit and Steve.
Yeah, we played.
So how were those seasons for you guys? Because obviously our senior year Amit was not too good.
Oh, yeah, there's a difference of playing with Steve and being competitive, playing to win. And we were hey, let's just try to have fun. Yeah, let's get something going. But I'll say, coaching with Joey B, before I played varsity, it felt like I just played volleyball to play it. I was just decent at it. But he really made volleyball fun for me, changed my outlook. It's okay to have fun with it. And also he made winning fun. He really made me competitive.
I think that he's so good at is he just makes the sport so fun. And he gets so many guys that try out for their first year as 11th graders in high school, which is kind of crazy to start a sport then. But he just takes them in and then just makes them love it. I know guys you guys do. And then my junior year, we had two kids that I was friends with that were seniors. They tried out first year, he hasn't caught anyone, which is great. And then they joined the team, and then they ended up playing club volleyball in college and just are always looking to play. So I think that's cool how he just brings them in and then just makes them love it automatically. So I think that's cool for him, and also just cool for the game of volleyball to keep growing it.
Yeah, man, I agree because me coming in, I had no prior experience with volleyball, and just being he brought me in and made me it wasn't some coaches would be they put you through you through the side and be you don't know the game so well.
Yeah.
He brought me in, and even the team culture, they brought me in. They made me feel I was there from forever.
Yeah,
and being brought up, and it was just so awesome to just feel that way. I was this is something that I've never really experienced, and he made the experience so wholesome.
Yeah, I think that happens every year. He always gets one or two guys every year that have never played. They join, and then it just it's automatic. They start loving it, and they start regretting that they didn't start sooner.
Oh, dude! When I say I did think about it every day, I wish I would have played sooner. It was so much fun to play for him.
Yeah.
Right.
So knowing that Joey B was all of our coaches, have you been around the new team that he's kind of putting together?
Yeah. So this year I reached out to him, asked if I could help coach since I was in the area. And it's night and day. His team now, when I played, it was just me that played travel and club volleyball. And this year, I would say more than half the whole team plays travel. He's got kids. One kid is one of the best outsides in the East Coast right now at his age group. And then he's just got a ton of talent. But they're awesome guys too, on top of that. So we beat Penfield this year in the semifinals.
Yeah, talk to him about that. Yeah.
Or quarterfinals, but this was the first time that Penfield hasn't been in a semi since 2007. So to be a part of that and like Penfield's always a powerhouse in volleyball, and to be like,
Yeah.
take them down was awesome. So they definitely got a big future next year too.
Yeah, I talked to him too. I think we talked like 2 weeks ago or something, and he
Yeah,
was talking to me like he walked me through the whole season that they had, and I was
yeah,
just so in awe. I'm like, this team was that good. Like that's
yeah,
insane.
yeah. They didn't have a record to show for it per se. I think we were just over 500, but I mean,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, we beat Penfield when it came down to it, and
Yeah.
one of the players, like I think he had a sprained ankle for like half the season, so I kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Jeez.
put things down.
That's insane. And like going back to your playing days in volleyball and the journey that you had from freshman year to senior year, what
Yeah.
was the biggest thing like that you carried through those 4 years? Like maybe I should be better at this, or were you like I kind of got like those 4 years really helped you?
Yeah, no, the 4 years helped a lot. I mean, like I said, I started as a setter my freshman year. Like I
Yeah.
did hit a little bit, but I was like the starting setter. And I mean, obviously I'm an outside now, so just being able to play different positions like help it makes you a more like well-rounded player.
Hmm.
And just like having the two guys my freshman year that were outsides, like just kind of like guide me in the way. So like when they
Yeah.
left, I knew what I was doing. And then yeah, so I definitely like I don't like being satisfied with where I'm at, so
Yeah.
I was always trying, trying to get better. So
So what was the biggest jump from high school volleyball to college? Obviously, it's a different playing style because high school is different from college. But you going to Keene University, how was that for you?
it's awesome. I love it there. I think the biggest jump would just be like the change in speed of the game. Like
Yeah.
just the serves are coming that much harder, so you have to, take that into consideration. The tempo of setting people
Yeah.
is a lot faster. Like it's not high balls all the time. It's get one block up, so they're gonna set you as fast as they can, and then
Yeah.
just like keeping up with that, like harder swings obviously coming at you. It's like the speed of the game just changes from high school to college.
Yeah, I can only imagine like high school. Like obviously, I didn't play at the collegiate level, but I've seen some college volleyball games, and it's
Yeah,
just like they're swinging as hard as they can. The first, like I'm just like, oh
Hmm.
my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So that's the biggest like from seeing wise and playing style. Like Keene University, was there one coach or one person that kind of took you under their wing? Like let's this is it, man. Like we could do this.
I would say yes, but honestly, no.
Hmm.
It's not that there wasn't one person. It was literally like the whole team. That's why I ended up going there. Is
Yeah.
like everyone is such close knit, and like the family like culture that we have built there is like next to none.
Yeah.
So like obviously everyone's great, but there's not like that one person. I was like, all right, like
Yeah.
but it was like I think it's better that it was everyone, you
Yeah.
know?
So what was the biggest thing you kind of took from college sports? Like this is the coolest thing I've ever done, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably like that. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to do it,
Yeah.
so make the best of it. And I mean, you're all there for the same reason. So like
Yeah.
being with the guys every single day, like gets to be like you really enjoy it
Hmm.
and you get really close. So I would say the thing I got out of it was like obviously like try to win as much as
Yeah.
we can, but just like the process of like going to workouts every day with the guys, being on
Hmm.
time, going to class, going to study halls, and just being like with them is like probably the best part about it all at the end of the day.
Hmm. And you
Yeah, I was curious
also,
about the.
yeah, go for it, man.
Sorry,
Go for it.
I was gonna say I was curious about the mindset like going day one because high school volleyball practice we probably agree was like had this lax feel to it. Like we're just here
Yeah.
to have fun. How does it feel like coming in? Like I felt like everyone that was on the team was the top dog in high school. How
Yeah.
was that? Was there any clash at all with that or?
No, there wasn't clash. It was just like, so we start our actual practices in the spring. So when we get on campus in the fall, it's kind of just like open gyms and like captain's practices. So the coach isn't allowed in the gym. So obviously it's going to be, more lax without the coach there. But I just remember like the first open gym, I'm like, all right, like exactly what you said. Like everyone was a top dog. So let's see like how much of a top dog everyone. Let's
Right.
see like how this works out because we should be pretty good then if we're all and I just remember going to open gym and I was like, yeah, like we have 16 kids on our team and I think all 16 are like at the same level, so it's gonna be hard to figure out who's gonna play and start, but it's also great that we're like so deep. So and then when coach stepped in the gym, it's like wow, like everyone just took their game up another level too.
Yeah.
They want to go all out and obviously like earn their spot. So I think that was just awesome that everyone kind of pushed each other too.
And the Eagles, like Amit just said, like they're like the Eagles kind of colliding, and you just said there's no Eagles colliding.
Yeah,
How
no.
did you? What was the biggest thing that made you guys kind of like come together and be like, this is like we're a pretty good team?
Yeah, so Kane has always been like a good team. So everyone, like the seniors we would hold like meetings before and be like, yo, like
Yeah,
this is a deal. Like it's college volleyball. Don't be whining if you're not playing. Like I guarantee you, we have like 30 games a season. Everyone's gonna have their shot. So just you got to be the best person on the bench that you can be if you're not playing, and then if you're on the court, you got to be producing at your top level. So.
and how many years did when like when you played until the third year, right? And then
Mhm.
kind of that halt of, oh my God, like something just happened to me with the
Yeah.
whole getting cancer situation.
Mhm.
Did you stop at the third year? Was that it?
I played 3 seasons, and at the end of my 3rd season, like, I played the full 3rd season, and then
Yeah.
after that is when that happened, so I didn't even touch, like, my 4th year yet at all. I didn't
Oh.
practice for, like, a week or anything. Like, I did 3 full ones, and then I stopped.
So when did you find out about, oh my God, like this just happened?
Well, it was kind of like a long process, to be honest,
Okay,
so
yeah.
January is, like, when we moved back into school and, like, start actual practices, and then, like, probably from, like, mid-January, late January, I started having back issues,
Yeah.
but, I mean, that was kinda I just thought, like, my back's always tight, all this stuff, I'm swinging, I'm moving it weird. So I went through the whole season until early April, and I just, was in the training room every day getting heat, doing whatever I can to, like, make the pain as less as it could for the
Yeah.
time being, because I wasn't trying to go to the doctors in season.
Yeah.
They always put you on holds for longer. So as soon as the season ended, I got an MRI, like, I think a week later, and I
Yeah.
was done in school. I got an MRI on my back, and it was nothing really was wrong with my back. I just had like a little slipped herniated disc, which, I mean, it happens. That's not what was causing so much pain.
Yeah.
But so they did the MRI on my lower back, and then at the very top of the picture, they could see like a part of like my upper/middle back, and they found like a mass. So even
Yeah.
then, I'm like, okay, like it's like a cyst or something. Like
Mhm.
I'm way too young for that. My trainer, who I'm really close with at school, she even said the same thing. She's like, don't let your mind go to the worst place. Like I'm sure it's like literally nothing.
Yeah.
So I had to go home and get a CAT scan, like just on that individual mass, just to, figure out what it was. So I went home, got it done, drove back to school because I was taking a summer class. And then like a week later, they got the results and they were like, yeah, it's cancer. And I was like, what? Like everyone just told me
Yes. Yeah.
not to think that it was that. I wasn't even like, it didn't even cross my mind. I was like, worst case scenario, it's like something I just got to get removed. I'll have
Yeah.
surgery and be out, but the season's done. But like cancer was like not even on my mind ever. So that's I kind of found out like late May about that. That's what it was.
And I'm
So
curious about
yeah.
when you're getting cancer. Obviously, we know about the physical ailments that come with it, but
Hmm.
mentally, just like how could you deal with that? Keep your head up. Was
Yeah,
it like it had to be like your friends and family with you? Like what kept you going, staying strong?
yeah. Mental was probably 90% of it, honestly. Like
Yeah.
every day you gotta wake up and start the day and be like, wow, like this sucks again, like every single day.
Yeah.
So definitely my friends and family, like as soon as my parents called me to tell me that the results were back and then it was cancer, I was like, I mean, obviously I broke down, I was crying, but I
Yeah.
finally got myself together and I told them, I'm like, honestly, like I'm kind of thankful that it happened to me and not anyone else, because
Mhm.
I have you guys, the friends, the support system that I need to get through it,
Yeah.
rather than, I mean, like, picture a 8-year-old woman who has no family left. Like that'd
Yeah.
be so hard.
Mhm.
So the mental aspect, the thing I kind of got to learn and live by was day by day. My parents would tell me that. So I would just, every day look forward to something. It'd be something like really small too, but when you're going through that, I mean, that's what you got to look forward to. So I look forward to, okay, for lunch today, I'm getting Chipotle, you know, and so I'd be like, you got to look forward to that, and like
Yeah.
just kind of make every second count, and just like live in the moment and not think about like, all right, tomorrow, like what am I gonna look forward to? It's like, no, look forward to what you have to today.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely the friends and family thing, like just seeing everyone. It sounds stupid, but in today's day and age, like social media, like people posting like stories for me on their
Mhm.
Instagram and like all this, and strangers like I had like a triple A baseball team like reach out to me.
Mhm.
This kid who used to play for Princeton, which is like right near my school. I've never met
Yeah.
him, but he played for like the national team. He reached out to me. And then I had like some Olympic skier from like Colorado like texted me a video, and it was her like saying like, "Hey Steven, like thinking of you." And I was
Mhm.
like how do you even know that? Turns out like my dad's old friend from high school like is a photographer for her. So
Yeah.
like he
Wow.
told her like what I was going through, but it was up to her to like, you know, reach out and take the video and do,
Mhm.
like she didn't have to do that. So I think it was just
Yeah.
like a lot of like the little things and everyone reaching out, and like you don't realize, I mean, it kind of sounds bad, but you don't realize how many people are behind you until
Yeah.
like something like crazy like that happens. And
Yeah.
then like you just realize like, wow, like a lot of people like care about me and all that.
Yeah.
So just seeing those, even when I was in the hospital, going through my Instagram and seeing like, you know, good luck to him in his first
Mhm.
round. It was just like it lifts your day up. So
Yeah, man, that's insane. And like hearing it for the first time when your parents, you just said, called you and said, like, this is what just happened. I know you said you just kind of broke down and like obviously like it's a lot to process in one phone
yeah,
call. What kind of went through your mind at that exact moment when you kind of
yeah.
heard the news?
Well, I just want to ask like 50 questions. I was like, I want to know like what kind, what stage, like
Hmm.
is it Hodgkin's or non-Hodgkin's? Like,
Yeah.
do I have like it sounds bad, but like, am I like gonna make it? Like all this
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I like that's what went through my mind immediately, and like
Hmm.
it like everything like just turned bad. Like I was thinking of like
Yeah.
worst case scenario all of a sudden. And then, I mean, to be honest, I was never really like no one in my family. Oh, well, my uncle did, but no one's like that I know has been affected by cancer except for him. And I just kind of like, you know, related to cancer with like, all right, like you're not gonna make it. So I quickly asked like, what kind do I have? Like, you know,
Yeah.
what stage and all this. So, and then I just kind of asked like, what do I do from here? Like, what's the
Hmm.
process? So, that's like what first came to my mind. It was really tough because like they weren't there to physically be there for me because I
Yeah.
was down in my college house. So I could tell from them like that they just wanted to be there so bad. But they called me, they were sitting on speaker and like they were crying too. And like I
Hmm.
was literally at my house with one other person, like everyone else was gone. And I was like,
Yeah.
who do I even go talk to right now? Like I just
Yeah.
got a call that I have cancer, and I just went down and like talked to my roommate that was there, and like I literally just went downstairs and like started crying with her, and she was like,
Yeah.
"What? Like what happened?" Like,
Mhm.
and I told her, and she was like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe this call just came through, all this stuff." So
Kind of like your brothers on the team, on your volleyball team in your college. How was that support? Because I correct me if I'm wrong. I saw one or two players kind of put off their senior year so they could play with you.
yeah, my whole class, every guy that I went in with
Yeah.
from freshman year to senior year, there's three others besides me, so I'm the
Yeah.
fourth. So all three of them put off their playing this year so they could play with me
Wow.
one last time.
That's awesome.
And that's like a bigger deal than you think because it's Division
Yeah.
III, so we're not getting money to play.
Yeah.
So one kid like had to finish another year of undergrad, so he's just going there again. One kid actually like he graduated this year, and he had to pick a grad school, and he's like, "Dude, I'll go to grad school at Kane, so like we can play one more year." So that's
Yeah.
awesome because like I mean he could go to grad school wherever he wants, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go to the same school that he's already experienced for 4 years, and he's gonna like go there and pay money there so he can play with me. And then the other kid switched majors like halfway through, so he had to finish one more year of undergrad too.
Yeah.
But yeah, when my one boy called me and he was like, "Dude, I have this crazy idea right now," and he said it, and it was like it didn't come from me. I was like,
Yeah.
you guys would do that?" And he was like,
That's
"Yeah,
awesome.
no doubt." and then we like did some more research, and the NCAA tournament this year is at NAS. So like if everything goes right, we'll finish my whole volleyball career like in Rochester, which would be sweet. So I was like, yeah, like I'm all down because I wouldn't be able to play this year anyway. So I was like, I'm down to not even attend class when I can in the spring and just take a year off and then come back and like we'll be bigger, faster, stronger. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And kind of we just touched on the mental part of pushing through. Like I gotta obviously get through this and the mental toughness. And did you first, like when you heard the news, did you believe like you could like mentally like I could do this? Like or was that like a slow process of everybody coming together?
Yeah, I was kind of big headed. I was like, yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but then I had zero clue how much it was gonna take out of me, like mentally. I thought it was gonna be more of a physical, like all right, like get up every day, keep fighting. Mental was insane, like, and I thought I could handle it, like no doubt. And I don't know, it was just me like not really knowing much about it. And then literally I didn't even start chemo yet. I had to go undergo like a surgery to have my gallbladder removed. I had to undergo like a bunch of these operations before the whole process even started. And I was like, God damn, like it didn't even start yet. And I'm like, I'm not feeling this at all. Like it's like it drains you. You got to wake up every day and be like, all right, let me go to the hospital for 4 hours right now for an infusion or something like that. And it's like, God, like it gets old
I
quick.
can only
So
imagine.
I thought I could handle it when I first heard it, and then after like the first couple of weeks of like just having all these operations and stuff, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be like really long. It's gonna get the best of me. But mentally, my mom got these like they were corny little quotes, but every day she'd flip it. So like every day I got to read something new. Like I said, just people like reaching out to me, people like wanting to come visit, just stop by the house for like an hour. I was getting like cards from like family all over the place, cards from people that like I haven't talked to in 10 years. So that's like, it's just those little things too. I got like care packages from my volleyball team like once a month. I was getting care packages from like people at my school that I'm friends with. I'm like, all right, like I got to keep going. Like it's just the mental thing that you gotta. One thing too is like you gotta realize that people have it worse than you. Like even though I had cancer, there's someone that has it way worse than I do, or is older than me, and their body may not handle it the same. So you kind of owe it to yourself and to them too, to like all right, I have it better than this person, so let me make the best of this situation.
Yeah, definitely. And what was like that one thing that really kept you going? Obviously, there's a lot of things around you, but that one thing that was like always in the back of your mind where you were like, "This is getting me through this. Like, this is it, man."
A lot of it was volleyball and family. So volleyball wise, I was like, I have to play. Like, I'm not coming to school and not finishing like all 4 years of my college, experience. And then just my family too. Like, my family is very close, and just seeing them like all together. They like made shirts for me, and like my whole family has a pair now. And like they went on vacation this year or last summer that my family was supposed to go to, but we couldn't attend because I was in the hospital. And they just sent like one of my cousins is a photographer, so they got the whole family and like took pictures with my bracelets and my shirts on, and just seeing that, I'm like, all right, like that's what's getting me through this, because I have a really big family, all my cousins and stuff, and just seeing all them being like, all right, you're gonna make this. That's like, all right, like I have to do this. So I would say family was the number one thing that kept me,
100%, man.
Right. And Steve, now that you're thankfully cancer free, looking back on this journey, is there any like one lesson or one thing you learned about yourself that you're like grateful for?
I would say I'm definitely like I'm stronger, way more stronger than I was before mentally. I think about things mentally all the time now. I'm thankful. I'm honestly thankful for going through it, that I have such a totally different outlook on life, still take the day by day like motivation, like look forward to something every day, especially during this too. Life's kind of slowing down a little bit. Can't really do much. So if you take something day by day, then you have something to look forward to every day. And I would just say the fact that like it sounds cliche, but that I look at life totally different now.
Mhm.
And like, it sucks that I had to go through that to figure that out, but like,
Mhm.
it is what it is. And I'm thankful now that like I have, a different outlook on life.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, 100%. And kind of like obviously you've gone through it and it's all like obviously it's still like in your mind like I went through that, but you're kind of slowly trying to get past it, obviously.
Mhm.
What's been one thing that's been helping you kind of take your mind off of what you kind of went through?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's coming up on 9 months. I still think about
Yeah.
it every single day.
Yeah.
But definitely working out is like my big
Mhm.
like I wasn't able to that whole time. I was undergoing chemo for like 6 months. I lost a
Yeah.
ton of weight. So just being in there, like it takes your mind off something because you're focusing on something else. But then
Mhm.
at the same time, like when you're struggling, I make myself think about it and be like, yo, like
Yeah.
last summer you couldn't do any of this, so you better like get your ass in gear and like start going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I would say working out is like my huge thing. I listen to like motivational speeches when I work out, and
Yeah.
I look at every different part of like my journey. So what are you doing?
Is that Matt?
Yeah, coming down here with no shirt on with his music bumping.
How's Matt been, man?
He's good. He's at NAS playing lacrosse. So
What's up, Matt? So yeah, man, this is kind of obviously a tough journey that you went through, and
Mhm.
obviously everyone's supporting you. Like me and Amit obviously talked every single day. We were praying for you, hoping you get through this, and this is awesome, man. We were so glad that you went through. Like you're good now, and
Yeah, thank you.
obviously everyone's behind you. Yeah, man, 100%. And kind of going back to you said that you're helping out Joey B, and what kind of conversations did you have with Joey B about this?
I just remember I was at my little cousin to go to Penfield, and they were at a Penfield volleyball camp, and I stopped by. I kind of know the coach a little bit there, and I want to like see them. Like they're kind of following my footsteps and playing volleyball, so I showed up, and I left, and I was like, dude, I have to be around volleyball somehow still if I'm
Yeah.
gonna be home. And I just remember I'm like, well, I mean, the boys team starts up, so I texted him as soon as I left, and I was like,
Mhm.
is there any chance I could like be around the team in some way this year, like help coach? And I'm thinking like, yeah, like it sounds good, but he's got to run it, by the AD. I might have to get
Yeah.
cleared. I'm like, it might be harder than you think. And he goes, is that even a question? Like, of course you can. I'm like, all right, perfect. So,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he knew the story, and he even called me like a week after I found out that I had cancer. I had just gotten like home to Rochester, and he called me, and he actually like started tearing up and crying, and I was like,
Mhm.
wow, like this hasn't even happened to me like recently. Like I cried when I
Yeah.
found out, and then like I don't know, the process didn't start yet, so it was just kind of a waiting game. And when
Yeah.
he called me, and like I haven't had him as a coach in 4 years, and he started crying, I was like,
Mhm.
that just kind of shows what kind of man he is.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
And
100%.
then during the season, like just being around him every day, that was my
Mhm.
one thing. Like day by day, being around those guys for 2 hours in practice every day, like that's what I look forward to.
Yeah.
So, and just being by him, like he can converse with anyone about anything.
Mhm.
So I could talk to him about, you know, what appointments I have coming up, and he'll totally like understand and talk to me about it and like get on a
Yeah.
deep level. Or like we'll talk about sports, or we'll talk about like what his wife is making for dinner that night, and laugh about it because apparently
Yeah.
he was cooking the family. So
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk to him about anything. So it was awesome to like have him. I could go like to practice every day and like kind of get away from the whole what I was going through and just like
Yeah.
talk about whatever I wanted to in life. So
You could give like before we end, like if you could give one advice to everybody for the journey you went through, one advice for everyone to hear, what would that advice
yeah.
be?
Just without having to go through like something that I had to change your outlook, you just
Yeah.
gotta change your outlook in life a little bit. Like, and what I said, there's always someone out there that has it worse and that would want to be in your situation, even when you
Yeah.
think you're not in a good situation. So
Yeah.
you do like, you owe it to them at least and owe it to yourself to make the best out of what you're doing. And and same thing like with the mental aspect, like you don't know everyone's story. Like
Mhm.
you don't be tough on people for no reason. Like you
Yeah.
mental toughness is like a big thing, and like it was something I struggled with a little bit.
Mhm.
So I mean, just being kind to everyone, and there's no reason to, crack on someone for no reason.
100%, man. And I just wanted to thank you for coming on and kind of sharing your story and your journey that you kind of went through. And we're so happy that you're doing well now and everything. And this
Thank
is
you.
awesome, man. And just
Appreciate
just
that.
to
Thank
see
you.
you like this is awesome. Yeah, man. So
Absolutely.
we want to really thank you and appreciate your time that you gave us to talk about this.
Thanks
We
for
really
having me.
appreciate
That
it.
was awesome. I've always after going through that, it's like something I'm kind of pondering now. I want to reach out to people that are going through it, or like make
Yeah.
it somehow, so it's always something like, if I find out now that like a friend of a friend of a friend has cancer, I'll be like, all
Yeah.
right, what's their number? Like, I'll reach out to them.
Yeah.
I mean, you go through it, and like I said, the random people that like message you or something, it like
Yeah.
changes your day. So I've just been wanting, to get that different outlook out to people, and like let people
Mhm.
know, like, yo, people have it worse than you. So
All right, man. Yeah, thank you so much again for doing this, and
yeah,
we're
no
so
problem.
happy.
Thank you, Steve.
This is awesome, man.
Thank you for
All
having
right,
me.
man. Yeah, man. Take care now.
Bye.